So I have a question today from Sue, who's based in Texas. Hi, Sue, and to all my American followers. And her question reads like this. Lesley, I'm really motivated by your weekly videos, but sometimes I have to generate ideas for myself. And I'd really like some tips as to how to do this better. Quite often I'll prepare myself, but then stare at the empty screen or a blank piece of paper and just come up with 2 or 3 things when I know I'm probably capable of so much more. Can you help? Yes, Sue, I can. I'm going to give you a really good example of how this kicks into place. Use numbers. Write the numbers 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 on the piece of paper, and subconsciously your mind will challenge itself to keep coming up with more. Now that might seem very simple, but let me give you an example of how I know that works. I was working with a group of people yesterday who were about to start a new leadership journey and had to come up with some ground rules as to how they were going to work together throughout the time on the programme. So they merrily started writing words down and came up with 8, sat back and felt very relieved. And then somebody said, "How many should there be?" And I said, "Well, just allow your mind to keep going. Let's number what you have so far and see what happens." So they put a number next to each word, and the scriber added a number 9. Lo and behold, the group suddenly came up with a 9th. He wrote the word and added a 10. That kept going to point 13. And again they sat back thinking that they'd got all the ideas out of their head, and somebody said, "But Lesley, how many did you want?" Now I reminded them it's about quality, not quantity. So I plucked 20 out of thin air, and before I knew it they were striving to get to 20. And yes, they did achieve that. Put down the pen at 20, and somebody said, "Lesley, how many has the highest group got?" And I told them that one group actually reached 35 ground rules. Now that might sound complicated, but nevertheless they were still very useful words and set the business standards. However, this group thought, we'll rise to that challenge, and promptly put down the numbers to 35. So they had to come up with another 15. But you know what? It was quite remarkable, because when they got there, they didn't want to stop. They wanted to beat the record and got to 37. And I can honestly say every single word was very relevant, but they'd pushed their thinking beyond the boundaries that they thought existed. We'd done an example about how important it is to step out of your comfort zone, and I think this is really applicable when you're trying to put your thought process into place as well. So Sue, I hope that helps you. Use numbers. It works for me every time with every client I deal with. Thank you for listening. I hope that information will make a difference to you when you're trying to generate ideas. If you haven't done already, please sign up to High Achievers TV so that I can connect with you on a weekly basis. And if you have any particular business ideas or comments that you'd like to make, send them through, because you never know, your thoughts might end up on the show. See you soon. Bye. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sue.